Good evening and welcome to the November 4th, 2015 Town Board meeting. I'll officially call the meeting to order, and I'd ask that we please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Cole. Here. LaFountain.
Here.
Metzler. Here. Moore.
Here.
Quinn.
Here. Thank you. We'll move on to communications and announcements, and I'll start with Councilman Quinn, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, everyone. It's almost bittersweet on such a beautiful day, but just a reminder that winter and snowplow rules go into effect in the town of Penfield starting November 15th and run through April 1st. This means no parking is allowed on all roads and highways between 2 a.m. and 7 a.m. to allow highway crews to safely and effectively maintain roads. For more information regarding winter and snowplow rules, please visit penfield.org. That is all I have this evening.
Thank you. Mrs. Messler.
I have one announcement this evening, looking forward to December. Penfield Recreation, the Penfield History Room, and the Legacy at Villagewood will host a Jane Austen holiday tea event on Sunday, December 6th at the Penfield Town Hall. This event is a fundraiser for the Adult Daytime Education at Recreation, or DEAR program at Penfield Recreation. The event begins at 12 p.m. with tea, sandwiches, and sweets. Guests will be treated to a Jane Austen fashion show and an English country dance demonstration presented by Lisa Brown, the region's most notable expert on Jane Austen, and a member of the Jane Austen Society. Tickets are now on sale and are limited, so be sure to purchase early. Tickets are $10 and may be purchased at the Penfield Recreation by calling 340-8655. And that is all I have for this evening.
Great, thank you. And just one announcement, the Penfield Town offices will be closed a week from today, Wednesday, the 11th of November, in observance of Veterans Day. The Penfield Library, however, will be open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mr. Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Customers may begin reserving Penfield lodges and shelters for the 2016 year on Tuesday, December 1st at 10 a.m. Lodges and shelters may be reserved online or in person. However, it's recommended that you try to reserve them online. You must have a Penfield Recreation household account in order to reserve, so please make sure you do this before December 1st to avoid reservation delays. For more information and to obtain a household account, please visit penfieldrec.org. Also, the Penfield Trails Committee, along with Friends of Webster Trails, will jointly explore the 4 Mile Creek Preserve on Saturday, November 14th from 10 a.m. to noon. The parking lot is located at the corner of Lake Road and Phillips Road. Look for the hike signs. While the hike is free, all participants are encouraged to pre-register by contacting the Penfield Recreation Department at 340-8655. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Cole?
I have two announcements. The Penfield Players announces its production of Noel Coward's Private Lives. The comedy is currently running until November 14th. It's directed by Diane Schaumburg. Private Lives follows the adventures of a rich and reckless pair of exes. Upcoming shows are November 6th, 7th, 13th, and 14th at 8 p.m. All performances will be held at the Penfield Community Center, 1985 Baird Road. To order tickets, please call the box office at 340-8655 or visit www.penfieldrec.org to purchase online. Tickets at the door are $15. And my other announcement is that my next community chat will be Tuesday, November 17th from 5:30 to 7 in the new book area at the Penfield Library. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Horowitz?
Nothing, no announcement in addition tonight, but I'd like to congratulate Tony and Rob and Linda on the results yesterday.
Thank you, Mr. Horowitz. Move on to public participation, 2 opportunities, the beginning of the meeting at this point and then again at the end of the agenda. You can do that by being here in the audience. You can call in at 340-8771 or log on at penfield.org. Seeing no one in the audience this evening and no calls coming in, we'll move on to additions and deletions to the agenda. Seeing no additions or deletions to the agenda, we have the October 7th 2015 meeting minutes before us. I would entertain a motion of approval.
I
for
move
those.
that the minutes of October 7th be approved.
Second?
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? I'd ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Thank you. Petitions. Has Town Board, Town Clerk, or Town Attorney received any petitions since our last meeting? Seeing none, we'll move on to resolutions by function, starting with Law and Finance.
Authorize the supervisor to sign an intermunicipal agreement with the County of Monroe.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas Monroe County, on behalf of the Sheriff's Office, desires to obtain certain refueling services to its vehicles from the town of Penfield. Whereas the town public works facility located at 1607 Jackson Road includes a fueling depot, and the parties have determined that the cooperative use of this fueling will afford mutual advantages in terms of convenience, cost, and efficiencies. Be it resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to sign an intermunicipal agreement with the County of Monroe for its Sheriff's Department for the term of September 1st, 2015 through August 31st, 2016.
Thank you. Discussion?
Just the only thing I'd like to add, Mr. Supervisor, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the board for continuing the strong partnership with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. We do have a great working relationship with that law enforcement agency, and mutual agreements like this, intermunicipal cooperation agreements like this go a long way in facilitating those relationships and making them better. So thank you.
Thank you. See no further discussion. Roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Setting a public hearing to consider issuance of a conditional use permit to allow an AT&T store at 2150 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas an application has been received by the Penfield Town Board under Local Law 2 of 2003, known as the Penfield Incentive Zoning Law, to consider the application for a zoning and conditional use permit under Article 10-10-4E of the code to allow a 2,000 square foot AT&T store in the business non-retail zoning district at 2150 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Penfield will hold a public hearing at the Penfield Town Hall on December 2nd, 2015 at 7 p.m. to hear the application and those persons interested in the application. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion. I probably should have asked our clerk to read the three together. It's the same piece of property, same building, just three different uses. And if, after the vote on this particular resolution, if there's no objection, I'd ask that she read the title of the next two and then have Councilman Moore comment on both of those at the same time.
Okay.
So with that, I would, on Resolution 189, I'd ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Okay. These next two are setting a public hearing to consider issuance of a conditional use permit to allow a hair zoo salon and a Moe's Southwest Grill at 2150 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road.
Moved.
Second.
Mr. Supervisor, as you stated, both of these resolutions are pretty much exactly the same except different businesses. Moe's Southwest Grill is one of the businesses. The other is the Hair Zoo Salon. It appears they are looking for roughly 2,000 square feet for each one of these, and I see everything else is pretty much the same as the resolution that we just previously passed. So thank you.
Great, thank you. Further discussion on either one of those two resolutions? Okay, seeing none, I'd ask for a roll call vote for both those resolutions, 190, 191.
Cole.
Aye.
LaFountain.
Aye.
Metzler.
Aye.
Moore.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Setting a public hearing for a preliminary and final subdivision and site plan approval to allow 24 townhomes on 6.7 plus or minus acres located at 1213 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas an application has been received by the Penfield Town Board under Local Law 2 of 2003, known as the Penfield Incentive Zoning Law, to consider the application of incentive zoning and preliminary and final subdivision and site plan approval under Articles 8-8-2 and 11-9-2 of the Code for the development of 12 duplex units totaling 24 single-family residences on 6.7 acres at 1213 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Penfield will hold a public hearing at the Town Hall on December 2nd, 2015 at 7 p.m. to hear anyone interested on this application. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, a roll call vote, please.
Cole?
Aye.
LaFountain?
Aye.
Metzler? Aye. Moore?
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Amending Local Law Number 2 of 1994 for the Town of Penfield entitled Fire Sprinkler System Law.
Moved.
Second.
Whereas a public hearing to consider amending Local Law 2 of 1994 to provide for the installation, maintenance, approval, and compliance of fire sprinkler systems consistent with the New York State Uniform Fire Prevention and Building Code was held, on May 6, 2015 at 7 p.m. at the Town Hall. Whereas notice of said public hearing was given as prescribed by law, and any of those who wish to be heard either for or against the proposed amendment, Local Law 2 of 1994, were given the opportunity to speak. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Penfield enact Local Law 2 of 2015, which is attached hereto in Schedule A. Be it further resolved that the local law shall be effective upon filing with the Office of the Secretary of State, and the town clerk is directed to immediately file a copy of this local law with the New York Secretary of State as required by law. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, roll call vote, please.
Cole?
Aye.
LaFountain?
Aye.
Metzler?
Aye.
Moore?
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes. Adoption of credit card policy.
Moved.
Second.
Be it resolved that the Town of Penfield hereby adopts the credit card policy as set forth in Attachment A. I just would like to point out that this is pretty consistent with what we've had under town policy before. Defined as rules of use regarding the Town of Penfield credit card. The goal of this policy is to ensure the efficient daily performance of all operations of the Town of Penfield. The town maintains one credit card issued to the town supervisor with a credit card limit of $5,000. Thank you.
Thank you. Discussion? Seeing no discussion, I'd ask for a roll call vote, please.
Cole?
Aye.
LaFountain?
Aye.
Metzler?
Aye.
Moore?
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Thank you. Our next item on the agenda is old business. Is there any old business to come before the board this evening? Seeing none, is there any new business to come before the board this evening? Again, seeing none, this is our second opportunity for public participation. Seeing no audience here in the auditorium and no calls coming in, the November 4th, 2015 Town Board meeting stands adjourned at 7:15 p.m. Thank you to Penfield TV, and thank you to the board.